Are you looking for your own piece of off-grid vacant land with total freedom and zero restrictions with banks? Hey everybody, Gunnar with Warner Land Holdings. Today we're going to talk about this vacant land of 2 acres just north of Ryndon, Nevada. If you are familiar with the Elko County area of Nevada, you know it's in the northeastern part of the state. And this land is going for only 135 a month through owner financing, which means we don't involve banks, we don't have an approval process, you don't have a credit check to go through or anything like that. But we'll get into that in a moment. Let's check out the land itself first. So this is what the surrounding land looks like. Obviously, these are enhanced pictures where you can see like what you can park out there and the adventures you can have in this area. You're surrounded by this beautiful mountain range, but you're on nice flat desert terrain. So great for putting that camper on or your tent or anything that you want to have on your land. You're not dealing with the mountainous terrain right there that isn't really usable, but you have very easy access to get into that area. So you have a really nice off-grid base to be at. This is kind of another picture of what this terrain looks like. This is where it's located. You can see it's only about 3 miles north of Interstate 80, so very easy to get to. These are pretty well established roads in here, and these are actually established easements, so you're not driving through other people's property to get to yours. And that's one thing that I always tell everybody to look out for. You just want to make sure you have good, easy access to your land without having to ask permission from another landowner to get to your land. We call that landlocked in the land business. So you just want to watch out for that. This is actually an RV park in Ryndon itself. So instead of being in an RV park where you are having to pay a fee in order to be there and you're having to abide by their rules, this way you can own your own land and be just up the road from there, and you have your own campground. So this is an outline of the exact property according to Google Earth. So you can see it's 2.07 acres. You can see some mountains in the background. It actually depends on which direction you're looking at. There are mountains that are closer than this over here. But you see you have some pretty nice high desert plains as your off-grid property. And you see you have very easy access. These are established easements and people are driving on them, but obviously not very much. There isn't a lot of buildings in this area. There is not a lot of homes in this area. So if you're really looking for that off-grid campsite or a place for a future build of an off-grid cabin, this is the supreme place to be. You have, and it's so affordable. That's the biggest thing in this area, plus the beauty. This again is another picture of that property just from a different angle. You can see there's some mountain ranges that come closer to the property here, easily accessible by dirt roads for the most part, and easily accessible for you to get back onto the interstate and go into Ryndon or any other town in the Elko County area to get your supplies. Here again is another angle of that property. Again, you see this is actually a corner lot. So you have 2 roads of access. The other one is right here and this road going right here. So both of those very easy access to your land, which is a big bonus. So we have this marked at 135 a month. And like I said, this is through owner financing. We don't go through a bank. You don't have any credit checks with this. And we don't have any approval process. Basically, if you can make the down payment, which on this property is 135, plus the one-time dock fee of 199, that's all it takes to qualify to own this piece of property. It's really that simple. We do have a cash discount price on this property, which is just $69.99. So if you want to get that deed in your hand right away because you want to start building on it or anything like that, you definitely can do that. However, most people opt into just doing owner financing, which is totally fine. Like I said, it's $135, 135 down and 199 with the dock fee. That is your down payment, those two together. And then you have $135 a month for 60 months. And at the end of that 60 months, that deed is turned over to you, signed into your name. But in the meantime, you are welcome to use the land as you're making payments on it. So if that's something that you're interested in, I'm always here to answer all your questions. You can email or call us. I don't have the phone number listed here, but it's 701-670-3011. Or you can just email us at warnerlandholdings@gmail.com. More than likely, you'll be talking directly to me. My name's Gunnar. I'm the owner of the company, and I love helping people find the land that they're looking for. Don't be afraid to stop on over at our website. It is warnerlandholdings.com. You can check out all the properties that we own and have for sale and available for you. Thanks. Have a great day.